After your time on the water is over, you guys are definitely going to want to be improving. So I'm going to show you how to use the app in the web app to maximize your learning. Here's how you use the profile tab within the ANGLR app. Go ahead and click on the profile tab. Here you can edit profile details, and then scroll down, you'll have your recent activity. So that'll be anything that you've recently done within the app. You can go to your trips, which is where all of your trips data is stored. Your catches, which is where all of your catches are stored. And then if you scroll over, you can also see your photos and favorites. So within trips, you can favorite different trips, or within photos, you can favorite photos, and those will pop up in the favorites tab, organized so that way you can have your set of favorites right where you want them. And that's how you use the profile tab within the ANGLR app. Now I'm going to show you guys how to look at your previous trips. So if you open up the app, then go into your profile, you can go to the My Trips tab in your profile, and that is where all of your previous trips will be listed. If you go into those trips, you can see information such as weather, water, data, as well as the track you recorded, any catches that you recorded in the app, photos, and other waypoints, and you can review those to see how your day of fishing went. Within the app, there's also the More tab. The More tab is where you're able to find account settings as well as get support. You can also log out in this tab. So we've moved now from the phone to the computer. I'm going to show you guys how to use the web app side of ANGLR's platform. So if you go to anglr.com, and then in the top right corner, you'll see the login/sign up tab. Click on that, and it'll bring you to the web app. I'm already logged in, so it pulls me right up. Here I can see my recent activity, such as recent trips or catches. I can see my trips. I can go to the My Catches tab and see all of my recent catches from since I've recorded trips, photos, and then the Favorites tab, which is where any favorites that I star within the app will be stored. So once you take a look through your profile on the web app, you can then go to the top right corner and change over to Map View. Map View is a great tool for planning fishing trips because you get the full expanded layout of the US map. You can go through, put waypoints wherever you need them. If you're planning a trip at a faraway destination, you can zoom into there, find different features that you like, and add waypoints with this little plus sign in the bottom right here. So if I click on that button, I can pull a waypoint off of that tab and drop it into the map, and it will stay in the map then for a future trip. Another cool feature about the web app is you can build packs. So if I click on this build pack here in the bottom middle, you can click continue and then select a grouping of different waypoints. And what it'll do is it will turn these waypoints into one single pack that you can group up and name and save. And that's very nice for if you're going to a certain destination, you want to make all the waypoints in that spot one pack. That way they're organized for your future fishing trip. Another cool feature about the web app is you can go into your trips and toggle on all of the trips that you've taken. So if I toggle on Chickamauga Day 2 here, it'll pull that up in the web app. This is where I caught my PB with fluke, so it's a special trip. You can go ahead and then also play these trips. So it'll make a live playback of the trip that you took, dropping waypoints along the way. If you missed a spot in a trip, you can also go ahead, drag over a waypoint from that right bar and add it to that trip. Let me toggle that trip back off. And then another feature here is called historic waypoints. So historic waypoints are any waypoint that you've recorded in the app. If I toggle all those on, I'm gonna have a lot of waypoints pop up because of Tour 1. So as you guys can see, all over the Eastern US, I have waypoints here from the ANGLR tour that we did last summer. So I'll toggle those back off and we'll go on to the next feature. Here is where you can see the packs that you've created. So this is why it's really useful when you're talking about a new body of water to build a pack for that new body. It'll be saved in the packs that you make here, and you can toggle those on and off if you were talking with a friend, trying to game plan or determine what's going to be the best bite. In the top right corner here, you can see two different base layer maps, the terrain and the satellite image. I'll change over to terrain just to give you guys an idea of that. And that is how you guys can use the web app to both add to your fishing intelligence, add to your trips, and also check out previous trips.